I'm Tad Flakey, and this is Pointless Global News. On today's show, death by tanning bed in Indiana. Then in Florida, where else? A lap dance at a strip club goes sideways. Next, a report on the collateral damage after overeating on Thanksgiving. Those and other pointless news stories are coming your way. Now the details. The Marion County, Indiana coroner identified a man found deceased on November 11th as Derek Sink, age 39. Sink was discovered in a tanning bed at a Planet Fitness location where he had arrived 3 days earlier on Friday, November 8th. His family had not heard from him since Friday and reported him missing on Sunday. Sink, who had battled addiction, was wearing an ankle monitor, so his probation officer was able to see his last location. Sink's mother, Karen Wetzel, said a syringe was found in the room with him, and she suspects he overdosed. She called her son the kindest person with the softest heart. In other pointless news, no lap dance for you. On November 6th, Mohammed Abdullah Abilan, age 27, of Pennsylvania, received a lap dance inside the Rain nightclub in Clearwater, Florida, but refused to pay the, wink wink, $40 service fee. When Abilan tried to leave the club, a deputy stepped in and charged him with misdemeanor theft. He was released from jail after paying a $40 bond. The judge ordered him to stay away from the nightclub. Los Angeles is known for many things, but perhaps its most ignominious claim to fame is being the clogged capital of the United States on Brown Friday. That's the day after Thanksgiving, when plumbers nationally go out on emergency calls 65% more often than on other Fridays. Analysis by Yelp showed that plumbing-related searches went up by 73% in L.A., followed by only 37% in Miami. United Press International reported that Roto-Rooter said the most common problem areas were sinks, toilets, and garbage disposals. Hey, are you looking for a different type of pizza than the standard pepperoni or sausage? Well, Pizza Hut restaurants in China are providing their customers deep-fried frogs on top of their pizzas. The pizza has a thick crust with red sauce and basil, with a whole fried bullfrog on top. The limited-time variety is being offered in collaboration with Dungeons & Dragons and is called Goblin Pizza. I call it blasphemy. Semi-professional paranormal investigator Johnny Turnip of Wales has weighed in on the recent American election. He said, "Trump isn't the real enemy. Leprechauns are. They've been using world leaders and royalty as puppets and distractions from their own diabolical schemes for generations. I don't think either Donald Trump or Kamala Harris were ever aware that they were being used by these corrupt, gold-hungry, shamrock-obsessed, stovepipe-wearing, alcoholic little pygmies." Turnip went on to say, "Most people don't think leprechauns are real, and neither did I until a wise man told me that I'd have a hard time finding a mermaid in this day and age because the leprechauns had systematically slaughtered most of them for their scales centuries ago." Finally, have you ever been to Buc-ee's? If you have not, the following story I yanked from the internet will clear things up. First of all, let me say I love Buc-ee's myself, far more than this story would imply. Some of the story is true, but much more of the story is just for laughs, so don't take it too seriously, okay? The United States may not have the kinds of pre-Christian megastructure buildings that exist in nearly every other corner of the globe. No, we aren't living amongst the gorgeous marble altars to Parthenon of gods or the crumbling remains of towering temples or palaces. But what we lack in vintage, we're more than making up for lost time clearing space in our lives for modern-day gods. We'll absolutely clear a couple of dozen acres of pristine natural land to plop down a giant fuel depot with hundreds of gas pumps, miles-long car-washing robot tunnels, and a grocery store / barbecue restaurant / junk store packed with shit nobody needs. What is the name of that place? Well, it's Buc-ee's, and Buc-ee's is our Parthenon. The automobile is our Athena, and that chubby and cheerful wood-chewing rodent is her symbolic I'll stand-in. I am currently writing this post from the passenger seat of a road trip across this gloriously fucked up nation. In addition to the amber ways of grain and Purple Mountain's majesty, the highways and byways of America are pockmarked by the occasional arrival of the buck-toothed bastard's concrete haven. The large yellow sign rises above the landscape to request your presence. You must tithe to your God, little one. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 2 years since my last fill-up on Pump 82. Come inside, beckons the buck. Whatever your desire, this miniature metroplex can conjure. No man is an island, and no road trip can go by without going to a pit stop for sugary drinkies or a cone of candy nuts or maybe a glob of molasses-sweet pig meat on a bun. Grab yourself some Beaver nuggets, whatever the fuck that is. Don't worry. It's delicious. Never mind what might be inside. Would you like a machete or a fish finder? Perhaps a t-shirt for your favorite sports team. Maybe a meat smoker. This country is a seriously bizarre place to live, and Buc-ee's is just a microcosm of our American existence at the present. This combination, gas station, grocery store, way of life is just simply a mirror that we've erected to show us what ourselves really are. It's the highway equivalent of junk food. It almost certainly shouldn't exist, and we are the worst as a culture for having it, but damn it, does it flip the right switches in our collective brain. It is truly junk that shouldn't be great at all, but the rot at the core of America is what makes us who we are. Buc-ee's, the Bass Pro Shops pyramid, and ordering shit that we throw away in a month from Temu, well, those are just the new gods of America, and they deserve their shrines. Of course, being the trash bag normie all-American dork that I am, I fucking love the place. Buc-ee's is the store we deserve, and I'm a Beaver believer. And that's a wrap for another Pointless Global News. Be sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Tad Flaky. Stay pointless, my friend.